We as a whole suspected briefly that we planned to lose our unsurpassed most loved Jamie Foxx. From recording a film, the honor-winning entertainer was taken to the clinic and news. Circumventing the media wasn't the slightest bit empowering. Sooner or later, it seemed like he wasn't in any event going to make it. Different times, news about his recovery was everywhere in spite of the fact that no one knows precisely exact thing the sickness was. Everybody would be glad to have him back. We wouldn't agree that his recuperation has been a stroll in the park. Yet his little girl Corinne and Jamie Foxx himself have guaranteed us that Jamie is more steady currently in the present video. We should investigate Jamie Foxx's recuperation from the emergency clinic. Simply take a load off as we dive into every one of the subtleties. Jamie Foxx is right now recuperating from an unknown health-related crisis that purportedly hospitalized him. His recuperation has taken a long while, and it's not been simple, yet great help around him assisted him with getting through. Reports have it that Foxx was hospitalized in Georgia and is under perception currently. As per a knowledge source, the entertainer's condition was serious enough for his family to come and visit him. In the underlying stage, he wasn't in any event conveying yet. Presently, he began to step-by-step talk again, which is uplifting news anyway, with fans progressively worried about his condition. And with recording on back in real life going on without him, how about we investigate all that has happened up to this point? Jamie's hospitalization came only days after Foxx was recording in Atlanta for the Netflix film Back in Real Life, close by Glenn Close and Cameron Diaz. The Activity parody is Diaz's most memorable movie. Said she declared her retirement from acting in 20 co-featured motion pictures from 2014's Annie, which Foxx additionally co-featured in. At this point, it's muddled what unexpected problem Foxx encountered. Every one of the hypotheses making adjusts on the web were hypotheses anyway. We truly do realize he was hospitalized subsequent to experiencing an unexpected issue. The entertainer was owned up to a clinical office in Georgia, where he went through tests. Individuals affirmed in the wake of being become sick on the 11th of April. His girl Corinne has since affirmed that the star has been out of the medical clinic for quite a long time and recuperating at home. In the midst of clashing reports about his condition by fans, were at first made aware of James' well-being scare by his little girl Corinne Foxx, who shared the news on Instagram, composing, "We needed to impart to my dad." Jamie Foxx encountered an unexpected issue yesterday. Fortunately, because of fast activity and extraordinary consideration, he's as of now en route to recuperation. We know how darling he is and value your requests. The family requests protection during this time. A lot of affection. The Foxx family, few subtleties were shared. It's as yet hazy what side effects the Oscar victor might have been experiencing, or what drove him to being taken to the medical clinic. In the midst of clashing reports about James' state of following his hospitalization, Corinne has now affirmed that the security story has been set free from the emergency clinic and is recuperating at home. She took to Instagram, denying reports that her kid father was still in clinic, and surprisingly, asserted the entertainer has been dynamic in playing pickleball. A representative for FOX additionally affirmed that the entertainer is to be sure out of the emergency clinic. She composed, "Fortunately, because of speedy activity and incredible consideration, he's as of now, while heading to recuperation. You know how dearest he is and value your requests." His girl gave off an impression of being going for the gold. The Tattleside radar that asserted his family was getting ready for the most terrible. That report referenced his girl Corinne, and that she'd not given a particulars about his present status of well-being. Sources asserted to the side that Foxx experiences hypertension and that he was fortunate to be alive. One fan composed on Instagram contradictory signals about Jamie. Might we at any point get an authority report? God revived him recently. Sources uncovered that nothing had changed and that the entertainer was still in his equivalent condition. This notwithstanding his girl's consoling message. In the meantime, in an Instagram post prior that month, his family posted on his profile and said value all the adoration, feeling honored, followed by supplicating hands, heart, and Fox emoticons. It's indistinct, assuming Fox himself made this post. By then, no further subtleties on his condition have been shared, prompting hypothesis about how serious his disease truly was. The Oscar champ's record additionally gave a yell out on Instagram to companion Scratch Cannon, who was filled in facilitating obligations for him. On famous game show Thump Shazam, James' little girl Corinne fills in as DJ on the program and has disappeared to Aiden, our popular dad's recuperation, resharing a post from Corinne about Scratch assuming control over the introducing Mantle. Fox composed on his accounts, "Value you my kid Scratch Cannon. See you all soon." A ton of big names, including AJ McLean, Ludacris, and DJ Khaled, sent pictures of help in light of Fox's Instapost. Vlasic uncovered that Fox was sufficiently ready to be messaging with her, and she guaranteed that a shared companion who was close with the Oscar champ guaranteed her that he was getting better. The entertainer, who co-began with the recovering entertainer in his racked movie Elite Player end of the week, was in LA to go to the John Ritter establishment's 20th commemoration pledge drive. I was messaging him, and just yesterday, I conversed with his companion, who's truly in contact with him. Vlasic said, "I was like truly blowing a gasket with all of the news that he's deteriorating. So I was messaging his companion, and he resembles no, he's recuperating. So hearing that he was recuperating and caused me to feel such a ton better," she added. Vlasic wasn't the main one to demonstrate the entertainer was working on as his companion. Kevin Hart likewise said he was getting better, giving a live update during a new episode of the Rash Digital broadcast. Hart cleared up for have Logan Paul. "I'm exceptionally lucky to have the relationship that I have with Jamie and to have the option to mind him and stuff." Appreciate that the comic added that Fox's family was proceeding to be tight-whipped pretty much, where he is on the grounds that Jamie's forever been a confidential individual. "Partially, you realize I don't have the foggiest idea about the subtleties or the specific subtleties of what's happening. Yet as far as anyone is concerned, there is a ton of progress and a universe of better." In a past report about Jane's condition, a source portrayed the issue in additional serious terms, bringing in health-related crisis. Despite the fact that they said Jane was presently ready to impart again, they added to the distribution that Jamie needs every one of the requests and kind words his fans can gather. Not long before he felt Iola, Jamie was in Atlanta, Georgia, where he's been shooting the Activity satire back in real life. The movie has been promoted, has returned to representing his co-star Cameron Diaz, who he wanted to draw back for the movie. However, she supposedly presently plans to resign for good after a series of disasters on the movie set for reasons unknown. His most recent froth shoot in Atlanta seems to have been a shockingly unpleasant difficulty for the child driver entertainer, as well as his partners. It was accounted for in spring that Fox had a flat-out complete implosion while the movie was shooting in the UK, which prompted the terminating of numerous individuals. The shooting of the Activity parody group has purportedly been pursuing for Fox. He called the police and terminated various group individuals after he was supposedly designated in a trick. In any case, Cameron Diaz has kept on shooting.